Welcome, one and all. Living room sessions, Chop Squad, Random, Big Brand in the box. Come on.
Yo, what up? It's Verb from the Ivy League Show. So we had a chance to sit down with Random, straight out the Dina, talking about his new album, Sessions from the Living Room. Check it out.
Yeah. Living Room Sessions is a culmination of music that I had stored up to me. I was involved with a couple of different studios at one time, and throughout the day-to-day of running the studio, working on other people's music, which is not bad. That's what you're hired to do. You sort of lose yourself. So, I packed up all my stuff and I went back home. And then I sort of embraced the challenge of trying to make music at home. I didn't realize how many obstacles there would be, and by obstacles I mean like comfort. Usually, when you go to the studio, it's kind of uncomfortable there. I mean, we try to make it comfortable for clients, but it's usually uncomfortable there. It's not like cable TV and a refrigerator full of food and your kids asking you what's going on. So you had to deal with different obstacles. And so living room sessions take a little bit longer than I wanted to take, but throughout the patience of it all, I think I came out with a pretty good.
This is only bugging, that's why we call them whistle.
Right now we're in the middle of what we're calling #Ramen Summer as a sort of a effort of what I'm trying to do is just, I have a lot of music. I mean, anyone that knows me, I have an extensive catalog. So I hooked up with Flourish and Prosper, and they basically, they're in the business of putting out records. They're not in the business of watching records die in your computer. So, I was hooking up with my man Junior, and he's like, hey man, why don't you put these records out? We can put a record out every month. I was like, we can put a record out every 2 weeks. He's like, we can put a record out every week. So we're putting a record out every week, and we started about maybe 4 or 5 records ago. So I'm gonna keep the summer just flooded with just random music. So it's a lot of stuff that I've done with one of the guys you might know very well, a producer by the name of Reverb. All the stuff I've done with Broadway, with Apocalypse, Touchtone. There's a whole bunch of different producers along with myself, and just put out some music just so it won't die in my computer. I'm freeing up some hard drive space, you know what I'm saying? Available on all digital platforms, Tidal, Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify. You stream it, man, show some support. It's hot right now. We're in the middle of the random summer. It's crazy. There's people walking down the street taking their shirts off. It's so hot right now, and that's all I got to say about it. All right.
Better recognize the steez. It's just
First and foremost, I was an MC. I became a producer out of necessity. Being an MC, you have to, know producers that are accessible, that are willing to work with you. That wasn't always easy, in the early 80s, in the mid 80s. You had to claw for time to do stuff. First and foremost, I'm an MC. Let's just say, let's plug it into MCs and producers, because top 5 MCs, of course, we're going to start with the knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everyone. The teacher, Glassmaster, KRS-One. That's the tree I come from. He's the one that taught me what's going on. My top 5's been fluctuating, of course, because it's a living document. At first, Redman didn't even crack my top 5. He's moved all the way up to 2. Man, Redman working. Mr. Reggie Noble, salute, man. Love that dude. Just out of the pure genius of what he does, Eminem, I don't want to say he's 3, but, he's the best out of the rest of the people I can think of, you know what I'm saying? And that's just off of just body work, and he's just extremely talented. Probably have to go with the classics for maybe 4. Maybe I'll go with Rakim. Real big influence on, realizing you didn't have to necessarily be a slave to what early rap was. Early rap was a lot of zabba dabba 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 da day, dabba 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 da hey. So when Rakim came out and he just changed the whole style up, that sort of fucked me up. People was doing that before, but they were doing it a little bit too fast. Like Big Daddy Kane was doing that before, way before. With what was that song? Here I am, R.A.W., a terrorist, here to bring trouble to phony MCs, move all MCs, just stomp, conquer the next with ease. Oh man, he was doing that, but he was doing it so fast it was going over a lot of people's heads. When Rakim came out, it sort of slowed it down to the point where like, oh, did he just say that? Did he fish, which is my favorite dish? Like, did he just give me a little personal information about himself? I mean, I really identified with him when he came out, and then it came out at a time too, and I was going through, finding out one of my good friends was sick. We bonded over that, so Rakim was always gonna have a special place in my heart. Not that special. I put it before. Number 5, I'll probably have to go with it's gonna be a hybrid version of Chuck D / Ice Cube, because Chuck is the one that showed me like, all right, you don't have to just rap about nothing. You can rap about something, and it can be some substance, and it can be something political, it can be something racial, it can be something provocative. Chuck D showed me, and Ice Cube took it to the whole next level, but I didn't even appreciate it until after I found out the history of what he did for NWA. So, as an MC, Ice Cube and Chuck D are sort of the same beast. I'll probably have to give Ice Cube the edge though, because he's West Coast. so he makes my top 5. So we got KRS, we got Redman, who just snuck in, man. Redman's doing work, man. Salute. We got Eminem, we got Rakim, we got Ice Cube, followed closely by Chuck Dizzle. So that's where I'm at.
Drugs, you a cougar in crisis chasing these.
Man, if you're watching this on Ivy League, then obviously you know. If you're not watching this on Ivy League, then obviously you got a bootleg copy of this. Ivy League, man, they doing their thing, man. They bringing hip hop to, not even just hip hop, man, the culture. A lot of people confuse hip hop with just the music. They're bringing the culture to you, man, in a good and informative way. So shout out to Ivy League right now. You know what I'm saying?